weeks. It really depends on the individual whale. You find that some individuals tend to prefer to be alone, while others tend to prefer to socialize more with other individuals. Now, our humpbacks are very vocal, so they will vocalize under the water to communicate with one another.
It's nature.
So that behavior that one whale that's kind of sitting on the surface is doing right now is what we call logging. So it looks like that whale's kind of just resting. We call that logging because when they rest, they look like a log sitting at the surface. But our whales are voluntary breathers, which means they actually have to consciously think about breathing, unlike us humans. So when they rest, they can never be fully unconscious. So they only rest one hemisphere of their brain at a time. Here comes that fluke out of the water. And a little tail lob slap right there. So that tail lob you see is a mode of communication, so communicating with this other whale here. And that splash can actually be heard from other whales miles away. Actually it's vertebrae, and if we had x-ray vision and we could see the skeleton of these whales, you'd actually see that they have finger bones inside those pectoral fins. So they did actually evolve from a land mammal. They came from ungulates, which are hoofed animals, but their closest living land mammal relative today is actually the hippopotamus. They also do have remnants of hip bones, so at some point they actually did used to have legs. You can really see those pectoral fins. We're probably going to get a dive here. That tail's going to come out of the water. Beautiful. All right, another local celebrity we have here. Let's see if I know this whale. White spot on her dorsal fin. Here comes that fluke. So there goes Niles. Still wondering who the second whale is. Just to put it in perspective of how long our humpbacks can get, this boat is right around 97 feet long, so they can reach around 55 feet in length. Salt, the other humpback we saw, is a pretty large female, so she's probably right around that 55 feet in length mark. So just a little over half the length of this boat. humpback whale we originally thought can actually get well over 100,000 pounds. You can imagine how Salt got her name. It's because she does have that white speckle coloration to her dorsal fin. So she's kind of part of the reason why they realized that it was the same whales they were seeing over and over again, because she is very easy to distinguish because of that speckling. It's not very common to have those white dots on their dorsal fin. Now when Salt was named, there was another female humpback that was named Pepper, who has black spots on her fluke. Pepper is still around too, but we have not seen her here in Stellwagen Bank for a few years now. Both Salt and Pepper are kind of getting up there in age, so it's possible Pepper is just staying a little further down south, not making her way all the way up to Massachusetts, like how Salt kind of stayed in the New York area last year.